This video is on the faculty role in online teaching. Several research studies have been conducted that have looked into the competencies and skills required of faculty in the online environment. Some of these are also considered best practices for faculty. We will look at one such study and also look at some of the competencies that were identified. And these were the facilitator role, course designer, course manager, subject matter expert, and finally, mentor. Let's take these one by one. Well, as the facilitator, some ways that you can really excel as an online teaching instructor is to create a video to introduce yourself at the beginning of a course. Students like to both see and hear their faculty member, and this is a good way to create a sense of presence with your students. Include early activities to make students comfortable with the technology. Check in with your students regularly. This can be done by group emails, or you can also make sure that you send out a regular, perhaps a weekly announcement. Engaging with students to make the course interactive. Get in touch with students to motivate them to complete the course. It's particularly helpful if you reach out to students whom you're seeing haven't really been active in the course. Help your students manage their time and also be successful. Most helpful is to post an announcement and send it as an email, letting them know that there is an upcoming assignment or test and the due date for the assignment. This helps to establish a connection with your learners. Hold some online office hours. Be responsive to them throughout the course, especially being available just before assignments are due or test. Use other means of synchronous and asynchronous communication. So, for example, you may already be emailing them, but you may want to try texting them as well. Now, also, in the facilitator role, you want to resolve student problems and questions as quickly as possible. Let them know what your availability is going to be, and also be present in discussion forums. They want to see the faculty voice and know that you are reading their comments as well. Use both formative and also summative assessments, but formative assessments help them to know whether they are meeting the course objectives before a major assignment is due. So perhaps quizzes, discussion posts, online meets such as asynchronous sessions, short papers, or projects. Provide timely and actionable feedback. Make this substantive feedback. Also consider doing this not only in a text basis, but perhaps using audio feedback or audio-visual feedback. As a course designer, one of the most primary ways that you can make sure that you are giving presence as a faculty member is to make sure that you have easy course navigation. And in a research study, it was found that students wanted this from their faculty. They didn't want to have to hunt and look and have trouble finding the content in the course. So again, going along with this, an organized course shell. Create also a Start Here module to teach students how to navigate your course. Perhaps a very short video taking them on a course tour, showing them where everything is. Utilizing active learning strategies, having multiple modes of learning, and also ways that they can be assessed. Create opportunities for them to work collaboratively or to discuss the content. Make sure that as a course designer, you have accessible, ADA-compliant course design, and also, of course, making sure that you align your course activities and assessments with the learning objectives. Now, as a course manager, you want to provide content such as video, online lecture, text on a page, maybe some journal articles. Provide them perhaps with pages from a textbook that they need to read, perhaps some web pages. You also want to grade and collect their assignments, again giving that substantive feedback and encouraging students who are not attending. You want to assess that student learning is taking place, as we mentioned before, using both formative and summative assessments, and also reflect on your course design, what's working, what's not, and then revising for the next course offering. As a subject matter expert, use current textbooks, articles, and other course materials. Students want to see that you're demonstrating your knowledge of the latest research techniques and theories behind why certain practices are useful. I will tell you that one of the number of ways that students will see this is not only by seeing your videos, but if you're using an older textbook or older articles, then they will also be wondering, is this content up to date? Is it current? Is it what I need? Now, as a mentor, create an effective and productive learning experience for your students. One that shows that you have respect for your learners. Have a faculty presence that students will feel. Hold conferences with your students and point students to resources for help and support. You may even want to place this in a special module in your course. Now, as with the faculty role that you need to fulfill, particularly in the online learning environment, faculty have many roles.